Hi, I'm Felicity from Felicity Duke-Sewing, and today I'm going to give you more ideas on how you can decorate my elf stocking. This is what we're going to do today. Today we're going to use sequins on it. Lots of pretty sequins. This one has sequins on every row. Yes, I machined them on. You can do it too. Yes, I made this, but you don't have to do sequins on every single row if you fancy doing something like that. And there's another beauty that I made with lovely pinks in. So shall we get cracking on these stockings? Before I get going on the machining, I would just like to share with you some of the preparation which I've made for these stockings. Also, I'd like to share with you these are, I thought these are fabulous, 12 reels of very sparkly Christmassy sequins. These I got from eBay. Now don't do the same thing as I did and order, unless that's what you want. Be careful, because they're selling pearl ones. For me, they don't say Christmas. They don't say Christmas quite as much as these nice shiny ones do. So that's what I'm going to be using. eBay, can't remember how much they were, £6, £7 for 12 reels. The other thing that I need to share with you is you will need the pattern, and you can download the pattern in the descriptions underneath here. The piece that you won't have is the piece like the jester triangles at the top. So this is all you need to do, and that is fold a piece of paper in half, measure this 1.75 along here, 9 inches to the bottom here, and draw your triangle and cut it out, and you will have pieces like this. Okay, so you want 6 pieces, well 12 altogether, 6 double pieces for you to sew right the way around here. All right, leave the top open. Now I just want to tell you a little bit about the fabric which I'm using. Some of it is not current really, so I think this one is Riley Blake. This one is Riley Blake, and this is called Christmas Candy. Now you'll see that I have already bomber-webbed on the toe and the heel, as is normal on the stockings that I do. Inside also I use something which is called interlining, which is a layer of cotton, and also I use a product called Heatnbond. You don't have to use Heatnbond, you can use what you want, but I prefer, particularly if I'm machining over something, to have a little bit of bulk underneath there. So it would appear, I told you porcupines just now, I just had to check that. This is an Anne Kelly fabric, the chevron. This is current, and they do still have this on eBay when I looked earlier. It's this which is the Riley Blake, the spot, and also the lining is Riley Blake. Now I bought a whole pack of fat quarters, or even half meters, I can't remember, of Riley Blake of this particular design, and I didn't realise it was brushed cotton at the time, so this is why I've had it for quite a while, and this is because I didn't really know what to do with small pieces of brushed cotton. So anyway, it fits in very nicely with the stocking. Right, so the other one is a black chevron with some nice colours on it. Now this was definitely 2 years ago. I'm not even sure where it came from. Like a lot of people, I'm just using what's in my stock now. But you know, now that I can't go out and buy things and have a good old look around, so I just use what we've got. And also this, I don't know about you, but once I've made up my mind what colours I want to put on something, there's no turning back. it doesn't matter if I have to undo my husband's shirt to get to it. But so all I'm saying is, this is black. I wanted black inside, but it's got two seams there joined, but hey, who cares? No one's going to see it. It's at the bottom of the stocking. So I'm now going to get the machine out and start machining. The first job is to machine right the way round the stocking. Just in case you are wondering, yes, I am going to change thread every time I put a different colour of sequins on, because there are 8 different colours, and I suppose I could just machine all over the different colours in black, but I choose not to, but it's up to you really. But the first thing we've got to do is put the sequins around the curve there on the heel, and also across here on the toe. When you're machining, you must start and stop before your seam allowance, because what you don't want is sequins stuck in the seam. All right, we don't want to go there. So make sure you start a little way in, even say half an inch in, something like that. So here I have machined the sequins on. As you can see, I've left a gap each side for the seam, and the same there around the heel. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to do all the turquoise sequins first. So I will come down and do all the turquoise. I don't know whether I'm going to go right the way down. I suppose I will. Yes, probably cover it all, because I'm a glutton for punishment. Okay, so I'm now going to start machining down. I don't know if you can see very well, but the cameraman will be here soon. So you need to back stitch on these, all right? Make sure you, as I say, that you start away from the outside edge. So bring yourself right down as near as you can, lift up. You know, it is a bit of a fiddle doing this, but you know, I don't know what you're like, but I quite like to have a little fiddle. I don't like doing easy things. I like something I can really work on and get my teeth into. Right, so you just need to keep turning and turning. Now, the annoying thing is, one thing that's irritating is that these sequins, okay, are on the roll the wrong way round. And so you have to cut them off before you can use them into a piece, because you have to machine them the way they're laying. You can't go against the sequin. So I'm just going to plod on here, and then when I've done this piece, I'm going to go down and do all the other turquoise pieces. I've now finished the sequins. Yes, I did decide to do the whole thing, and if you've seen my bag video, you will know that I can't help myself. I do like decorating things. All right, so, and I like a bit of sparkle. I'm one of those girls that likes sparkles and pearls and feathers and things. So there you go, that one. And now this one also I have done. Of course, you don't have to use chevron. As I said, I just happen to have this fabric upstairs. I like the colours on it, so I got using it. But you know, you could do the same thing with stripes, particularly if they were going horizontal. You know, all sorts of patterns you can decorate with sequins. So I am now going to show you the next piece. I've machined all these together, 6 of these, and I'll show you where to place these. The next job is to place these. Now these remind me of jesters things. I think that's what they are. So we're going to place one in the centre, try and be as accurate as possible. One in the centre, and I'm going to put a pin on there. And you need to clear your seam allowance. So I'm going to put this on here. It's going to lap over a little bit with the first one in the centre. So lap over, but keep your seam allowance clear at the side. I'll show you in a minute when I pick it up. That one goes over there, lapped over, but keep your seam allowance free. Place that up there. Okay, so that's how I've put these up the top. You need to machine those on along the top of the stocking and also on the back. I've now sewn the back and the front with the triangles, and I'm now going to put the right sides together, and I'm going to machine right the way around the stocking. When you machine the back and the front together, the best thing to do is to machine it on the side of the sequins, and then you can see where your stitching finishes, so that you don't go over the sequins. I'm now going to turn this through and I'll be back. I've now turned through the stocking, and doesn't it look fantastic? I'm very happy with it. Right, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get to the same point on the black one, although the black one doesn't have the triangles coming down. I'm going to machine the black one around, and then you need to sew these around, right sides together though, not this way round, and leave a nice big gap at the back, because you have got to stuff the toes through this hole. All right, so leave yourself a nice big gap at the back. Don't machine over there, and yes, I'll be back soon. I've now sewn around the lining to my stocking. Now the way that I put the lining onto the stocking is that I put it over my free arm. Don't worry if you haven't got one, I'm sure it'd be fine without. So I've got the stocking turned round the right way, and I've put the stocking, the main stocking, through the lining and out through the hole at the back. That's the best way to do it without rubbing up against the sequins too much. So right the way round until you meet up again with the centre front or centre back, wherever you started. So here we have these sewn on together around the top of the boot. So we're now going to tuck it, no we're not, we're now going to go through here and stuff the toe. All right, so take yourself a little bit of wadding and keep stuffing. You will need to stuff it to about halfway along here in order for it to stand up on its own. Here we are, 2 stockings almost completed, almost, but we still need to do some hand sewing. I've got to put a 2 hanging pieces hand stitched on there, and some bells here and there, and also I just wanted to show you how I do the piece at the top. Can you see? This is just the lining pulled up. Make sure you keep your seam allowance along here quite wide, and I'm going to press this down. I'm not going to machine it. I'm just going to press it down, put the hangy piece in there, and there you have some binding. Same with this one. I've done the same on that one. I haven't machined it, just turned it over, and that'll be fine. So that's all from me for now. I will be back very soon with more stocking ideas, a different type of stocking, and something you may not have seen before. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel and press that button and like me if you like what you see, and I will continue to bring you more exciting things. So bye for now.